Hi guys, it's Greg Judah here, and on today's episode, I'm doing it with my one and only brother.
Praise back up.
Yeah, 2 Chainz. Until we end one shit 2 Chainz, but
Charlie,
still 2 Chainz.
me they call laundry. About land that 2 Chainz now.
Alright, and today we are entering into the pot, Tema pot, or the energy minister, what he's saying. And then something erupted, and then it baffles me because I don't understand how an item that is situated at a place can go missing.
What item?
A container.
Container says they should go man.
Dabi. Container ship fan.
Aire.
Over 1,300 of them. So let me read the news.
Over 1,300.
Yes.
Containers.
So over 1,300 ECG containers containing cables and other equipment missing at Tema Port. This is the news on the chopping board for today. Over 1,300 containers containing ECG cables and then other equipment missing.
Oh, mine been crazy.
I don't know whether when they brought the containers, like ship they buy and Ejiraya and I say in Ghana, because make it make sense how a container on a ship lands at Tema Port, or yes, they anchor it at Tema Port. And then we are told after whatever days that 1,300 of them is missing. Container. The list is like 6 feet and then a lot of
40 feet, 20 feet, 40 feet, like 45 feet, like they are long, huge.
Missing. 1,300 of them.
Now they talk say like some shit container, and I say the Garibu, the school name
container
like container
with the machine for container so would they see
the cranes never
basically
our port cranes never
heavy duties ira
like into the thing there,
not one not 2,300 of them missing.
Hey, I'm crying. Oh man, we say Charlie, what be this story be? I come remember some years ago, almost say excavators 500 ira.
And also meaning
I say obi tam no da said butom no de ko excavator na ye dey galam say I say obi atam or say excavator dey obi nya obi hu ye no da said butom
no de nam
vehicle car you say vehicle ni person na e be classify the vehicle po ade e say we see so a trailer so
yes we see trailers
and some we transport it excavator it only works on the site and follow the kwan so
that into me fast
and just how they see trailer so now they are cover car we be akwa ejuma no right site
was missing
500 of them were missing you can't just say like ultimate then the show go to naira and so they would sakata so naira we should contain 1,300 containing ECG for them
equipment
and I must say a pen light 247 light
NC. Make sure say equipment they were using to better our ECG or our lighting issues or something, but for 1,300 of them to miss. And then the Minister of Energy and then Green Transition, the person of Dr. John Jinapo, he came to make some statement that concerning the missing ECG containers. And I'll say, an Indian national has so far been picked up. An Indian national has been picked up over the missing containers.
Indian maybe a container.
And the suspect, that is the Indian man, claims that the containers were sold to him last year.
By all means,
so the containers that we are being told now that they are missing, the Indian suspect they have caught claims that the 1,300 containers were sold to him last year. That is 2024. The containers were sold to him. That is say ECG containers. Now so when they you,
I say I'm telling you my way to man, cause my way cause I should say somebody sell them. Sometimes but that was some between say, hey, what you say I could loan for this, loan for that. It mean you sure say loan and answer them.
You can't pinpoint what exactly we are using what for or what this thing is going
because Charlie, I should say this country then sell them already. This country they inside. Yeah, lazy country ni nam. And the name because the penny for in the keke. Somebody sell there like 1,003 containers no.
Yeah. To the
Indian man.
So they picked the Indian man as
immigrant to obi no like on the national or foreigner.
Foreigner.
Abeto containers 1,003 containing ECG for equipment.
And ECG is like a Ghanaian owned this thing.
We can't say Ghanaian because it's a Kramaton. Or any ECG or China PDS or China, then the BD and then Charlie.
Grid code PDF, PDS.
Who dear. No one that say about Tom equipment. They say you're changing name to be a Tom equipment.
But how?
Like
1,300 of them. So it means that, wait, are we saying that it was sold before it even reached the harbor, or when it got to the harbor before it was sold?
I should say you go to the harbor. In the name of the country, say, country that a disca, I could try for equipment that Abba. I know Nancy, if you are transferring, say no. It could be, yeah, listen, let's not politicize this. Nippon, we don't care the party and Nippon joining.
Yeah.
Say it's alleged, right? If only some say Nippon to India Nina.
This one is the Minister of Energy and
Minister
this one was a news item from TV3 stating that the
TV3
minister
also stated that
the Minister of Energy and Green Transition.
So it's factual.
Yeah. Says an Indian national who is the suspect, Yachino, he has been picked. And the suspect claims that
them for just release them because
1,300 of them.
Them for release them.
So we are selling state-owned properties to individuals. Also, what
Master, I know the need to be that question. You are selling something. The person is interested. You know what I'm saying?
Able to buy something for the whole state.
Wait, we say, it's either a group of people and I say people are throwing this kind and the whole state will suffer this.
So it's going to be detrimental to the country.
Will bear the consequences.
Because I'm sure these cables and equipment is to aid against the
we are saying that our powers are not sufficient. We are not having sufficient power 247 equipment now for the circular the change part
now. Me sure say so the ship carrying the whole equipment to Ghana for the use of or to aid with our power supply and all the parts.
That's why what recently I go on my knees then at the prayer. I always end with may God punish every Ghanaian, including me. Including me. May God punish us all, including me. Master, me the all queen in our crowd. Bibili. Oh, Tony, my say I then 1,003 of them.
Sika here nobody.
The nipa be die unkwao.
Ahia nobody.
The nipa be die unkwao.
Atade ahia na obehye.
1,003. What time will be? Na ene bantama for the soon. Watch na wait for the soon. Watch wait for the soon.
Time table
for the soon.
Street light.
You say recently, I think last week I saw a news item that said that we are going to borrow some money for light posts and then for me. I think the Japan will say here. For light posts, and then they will chroma say.
Even there was some news item that the ECG is owing an amount of money, like something billion Ghana cedis.
We are going to borrow money again.
ECG
for the thing ECG that we are selling to
something
Indians.
Billion Ghana cedis. ECG is owing something billion Ghana cedis.
We are going to borrow money to buy different equipment. The akofana ya ton no. I don't be asking at all.
I mean,
say I'm country. I
don't know because. Yachino, then he said that, oh, yeah.
It's for him, like he bought it, right?
Yeah.
So, no, Felix, so only legal right. What thought the NHK? You were selling the containers at the port. I bought it.
Yeah. Yes,
therefore,
just like I said. ECG owes 68 billion Ghana cedis. This was from the president's mom, President John Dramani Mama. He says
Excellency.
ECG, yes, Excellency.
Sitting president.
Yeah, or see, ECG owes 68 billion Ghana cedis. And yet we are selling our equipment to an Indian man. Cables and equipment to aid the fight against light issues, power shortages.
That then, it no be you where you do right?
Yeah.
We go buy the things with borrowed money. If you drop money anymore,
Master,
now you say ton a ton.
O dream one dia.
Koya na se ba, e can't tell me. Kana for. Ya koya na se ba. O man ben pen ni party man ni pa adwin nya se. Je say obre na e pese ebre.
Brena.
Eti enso fine na. Se enso ntin fine na, e ja hie na. Se ja ntimi hie na. Yakopon ko ye na.
Gonna be.
Oh, ebe.
Gonna be.
Ebe, right?
Black Stars are starting picking and I say there's hope for Ghana.
I say, ya nya careful on. Papa na kana sembe. Fa ka yekọ na ibeduro ba wanye kefa beduro na wona hu na yekuro Brother brands now
we could do on. Because if then we are not progressing, we are progressing.
Because anytime we make a progress one step, then we go back like 10, 25 steps.
Because
25.
The electrical or the electricity company is owing 68 billion. Yet still, the cables that was to
Charlie could go sell on a Flagstaff house, sell on an Independence Square, sell the sea. Remember my ideas. Monton, like sell on our roads, everything. Monton.
Well, it's more the Mufanya, the
your crops in your time, you seek a dear time, your clone your time, you be your time, you show your time, your roads your time, your electricity system your time, education system time, corporate be time. Yeah, football plan and say I can't you see not air time.
See, you Ghana flag there and penny FA. Red, gold, green, black star.
Fire coffee, chief.
Etino, please, arise Ghana youth.
For your country, except that this country, the master. Oh, if you are planning to arise, I know how to home because Charlie.
Etino, please let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If you know this Indian man, so about be a woman and the person or the people, the group of people that sold it to the Indian man, let the police be aware of it. Yes, we are in search for them. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Today I did this with this episode was brought to you by Stanley Umech. Copy us, DM us, and we'll see you on the next episode. We out.